Agriculture front, he touched very extensively again. That's where 60% of our population is. And we need to focus on the agriculture side, whether it's irrigation, agriculture universities, a price stabilization fund, producer organizations. He set aside 2,000 crores for that and said, I want to set up 2,000 producer organizations. That can be a very strong group in rural India for getting economies on the purchase side and on the selling side. So I think that's a positive side again. E-commerce is an area where till now it was not looked at, but he's opened up to that also. Smart cities and manufacturing. So I think the coverage there is quite good. Similarly, on textile clusters, he wants to set up MSMEs. He's given a lot of focus on this time, which is again a positive side where he set out 10,000 crore fund for startups. That's again a positive entrepreneurial step, which is being looked at to macro level. It's an issue industry has talked about of inverted tax structures. And that we think is a very positive step. There are many instances of products where the raw material duties are higher than the finished product duties. So that should be rectified. Like you said on coal, many companies have experienced it where you have different import customs duties for different types of coal, and it's very difficult to differentiate what is what. So I think that is something which will take some time. The speech was very comprehensive. I think we could not get too much details of what exactly is the content of each of the items he talked about. As we said, the devil is in the detail. We are waiting for that. We'll study that and then see what it actually means on each of the areas he's touched on. But I think one thing we will also be waiting anxiously for, and I think the whole country will be waiting very anxiously for, is the actual delivery of the proposals which the finance minister has made, the actual implementation, the actual outcome. You know, he's initiated many studies in this budget speech. We think that's positive. But I think the importance of having actual delivery on it, have actual implementation on it, and ensuring that the results come at the end of the day, I think that is the most important part of the budget exercise. Overall, we think it's a very positive direction which the government has set for national growth, for economic growth, and for job creation. That's something we think is very important.
I think the rhetoric that we heard was very much in the right direction. The principles that we heard were all exactly in the right direction. And I think the statement of principles of stability, of avoiding retrospective amendments, all of that was exactly as it should be. But I think really the budget should be judged not on what we heard today, but on how things get implemented going forward. I think there are many welcome steps that we heard. For example, the comments about advanced rulings, where advanced rulings can be are obviously going to be used much more to reduce tax disputes. The use of commissions that have been set up for consultation, again with the intention of reducing tax disputes. These are all very wise moves. And I think also removing anomalies that we heard in the implementation of differences between public companies, private companies, publicly listed companies and privately held companies. All of this is very welcome. But I really feel that most of what we heard today was a statement of principles, was a rhetoric that was in the right direction. We have to see how all of this gets translated into implementation on the ground and into actual policies that benefit the economy.